recording. Thanks, guys, for making it on our call tonight. I want this to be, I don't want it to be too long just because baby's super fussy, but I want it to be really effective and for you guys all to be able to walk away with something. So first, does anyone have any questions about anything? Any health questions? Any questions that you guys have come up with in your programs?
I have a question, but it's business related.
That's okay.
I think Tammy told you that my in-laws were interested in signing up, but they live in Malaysia.
Yes.
So I didn't know because I was talking to her and they're here right now.
Oh, cool.
So I didn't know if there was a way we could maybe front load them with a few months worth of Shakeology to take home in their suitcases. And then, then they could just come to me and I can send them to them or whatever.
Yeah. So I've been a Beachbody coach, like signed up as a coach like 4 times in my life, 4 separate times. And one of those times was when I lived in Spain. And I can tell you what I did. And I just, I did that. When I was here, I would bring Shakeology back with me.
Right.
I registered as a coach so I could get the discount. And then I put my parents' address and my mom would ship it to me.
Right.
So they can definitely do that. And once to buy bags for them to bring back with them.
Right.
You could do it a couple of different ways. Either you could order them, or it'd probably be for you best for them to register as a coach and order them. How long are they there?
They're here for about a month, and
awesome.
They wanted to join because they want the whole DVD and all that. They want to be able to do that in Malaysia.
Perfect.
So I was just wondering if we could almost order a few months ahead in a sense so that they can take it with them.
Absolutely. So what you would do is you would want to sign them up, and I can help you too. Maybe you, me, and Tammy could do a 3-way Zoom call, and I could share my screen and show you a couple of things. But you'd want to sign them up with their coach account and order their challenge pack for them. And then what you'll do is you will help them order 2 or 3 extra bags of Shakeology under their account. So that, because they'll get their 25% discount on everything that they order.
Okay.
And then that will help grow your business as well. So you both benefit from doing it that way.
Okay.
Yeah. Good question though. That's exciting. And then I can give you some tips too on how to ship it to them, because customs can be, we'll have to look into if there's certain things with customs.
Tammy was telling me what you said about the vitamins and $20, but she said that doesn't even work there because they were doing Plexus or something like that. And they had to work some other way to get it. So.
Okay. Yeah, we might have to be creative with that part.
Right. Okay.
Cool. That's exciting though. That's awesome.
Yeah, they've been doing the workouts with us at home here the last few mornings, and they really like
them. Awesome. Do they live there permanently?
They're missionaries.
Awesome. We have a missionary family actually in Greece too.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's on our team. So that's awesome.
Cool.
I love it. Cool. Great question. Anyone else have any questions that have come up? Okay. Well, if anything comes up, you can say something before we finish the call tonight, but I wanted to address mindset, and we haven't really had specifically one of these calls, I guess, in a while, huh, Tammy? We used to do these all the time and talk specifically about mindset when I first started coaching, and it was probably because I needed it more than anyone. But it's so powerful, and it's also so difficult sometimes to stop and realize that the biggest struggle that we're going to have, not just in our Beachbody programs and our health and fitness journey, but in life and anything that we set our mind to do, is going to be our mindset in the battlefields of the mind, our mental approach towards something, what's our perspective, what's our fuel that fuels our fire of why we want to do it. And you could have 2 people from the exact same starting point having the exact same goal, and one of them will succeed and the other one won't, and the difference will be their mindset. It's not the difference in tools that they have. It's not the difference in experience. It's not anything else. It's their mindset. Do they really want it? You guys know that if you really want something, you'll make it happen. I've used this before, but for any of you who haven't heard the analogy of if you had a 20-foot long 4x4 stretched between 200-story buildings, someone said, I'll pay you $20 to walk across that, you would say, heck no, you're insane. But if your kid was on the other side and the building was on fire, in a heartbeat, no one would have to ask you. You would do it. The only difference is your mindset in that situation. And in our programs, it's the exact same way. You're going to hit those plateaus. You're going to feel defeated. You're going to skip a workout one day because you couldn't get it in. You're going to mess up in your eating plan. You know, it's going to happen. In time, it's going to happen, and that's okay. It's really how you bounce back from that, and what is your end goal, and what is your strategy. So tonight I wanted to talk a little bit about mental strategy. There's one resource I want to give you guys to look into more when you have time, and it's John Gabriel, Jon, Gabriel like the angel, and he is a phenomenal story about how he was, I forget how, like 350, 400 pounds and super overweight. He met with Dr. Atkins himself to do the Atkins diet. Like, he spent so much time and energy doing all these low carb diets, all these specialty diets, these vegan diets, traveled all over and did not lose weight. And he ended up developing a weight loss strategy or program because he realized that a lot of us, and this is specifically for weight loss, but a lot of us we'll try to starve ourselves and we cannot lose weight because mentally we are not prepared for it. And I thought it was such an interesting perspective because it's not talked about a lot. And how many people struggle with weight loss and cannot achieve it. It's not like they don't have the tools, the physiological tools. It's not that their body is broken, because everyone's body, we all have different genetics, whatever, but everyone's body can realistically get to the same place. You just might have to take a different approach. The difference is your mindset. And so, for instance, anyone who struggles with weight loss, there's always a reason. It's a protective mechanism. And a lot of times, for a lot of people, this isn't true for everybody, for a lot of people, we end up putting weight on because we're protecting ourselves emotionally from something. And again, this is different for everyone. My personal experience, 4 years ago, probably 4.5 years ago, when I was in my previous marriage, I didn't realize it at the time, but I was probably 35 pounds heavier than I am right now. And I probably worked out harder and ate cleaner than I do right now. And that to me is such a interesting perspective shift, I guess, to look back and to see what I did. And I counted every calorie. I weighed myself every day. I had a food journal of everything that I ate, and I wrote down my goals. What are my goals for next month? What's my strategy to get there? I'm going to eat no carbs. How many people have been a no carb diet? Like, all of us. And it didn't work. It didn't work for me. And I didn't realize why at the time. I was super frustrated, and I just thought I was broken. Oh, it's because I had to have my gallbladder taken out emergently. That's why I can't lose weight, which does have some, there is something to that because your body digests fat differently. But I, looking back, can see now that I was starving emotionally. I was protecting myself from my situation of the pain that I was in every day that I didn't want to think about. It's not my personality to dwell on hardships or difficulties or bad things. So I didn't. Instead, subconsciously, because I was being starved, my body held on to a lot. And my mindset at the time, I had horrible self-confidence. I thought I would never be like the strong, fit person. That wasn't in the cards for me. I looked in the mirror and I thought you're fat and ugly. That is just what went through my head. And I didn't dwell on it necessarily. It's just what I thought about myself. And I learned that no matter what our goal is, whether it is weight loss or whether it is weight gain, maybe somebody can't put weight on. I've met people like that too, and they just want to get strong. They just want to feel good, but they feel broken. Maybe it's your hormones. That was true for me before that phase of my life, when I went 6 or 7 years without having a period, and I was like, I'm broken. I'm never going to have balanced hormones again because no one can figure me out. I truly, in my brain, thought, never again will I be normal. And what I didn't know at the time is I was self-sabotaging myself, because our body hears us. And I know that's a very strange thing to say because obviously we hear ourselves. But like at a very deep level, the cells in our body hear us. So if you look in the mirror every day and you say, I can't do this, I will never be more than I am. I have these goals, but I'm not good enough to achieve them. I'm not skinny enough. I'm not pretty enough. I'm not strong enough. I'm not whatever enough. You never will be. And that's unfortunately the tough truth about it, because we have to, in our mind, get to a place where it's almost like our mind has to lead us and our results will follow. But if our mind can never get ahead of where we're at right now, we're never going to improve ourselves. And it's a struggle. Like, that sounds so simple. Think better. Okay. I'm going to challenge all y'all. I just said y'all. Where does that come from? Weird. I'm going to challenge all of you to think better. Every time you look in the mirror, I am strong, I am healthy, I am healing, I am loved, I am enough. Whatever your mantra is that resonates with you, that you struggle with, if you want to get out of that place, you have to fake it till you make it. You have to look in the mirror and look at yourself and say those words, because if you don't start somewhere, you'll never get to where you want to be. So for me, in my business that I'm building, where I want to be is in a place where I can be at home with my family, where I can have financial freedom. I don't have to ask for time off, where I can not have to worry about staying home one day with my son and the repercussions I'm going to have to pay when I go back to work. I want to get to that place. And in order for me to do that, I have to believe that it's actually going to happen. If I keep hating on myself and saying, no, Jessica, you're definitely not there yet, and you're never going to be good enough to do that, that's for those other people. That's for the other people with the bigger gifts and the bigger experience or the better connections. Then I'm going to shut myself down before I even try, right? And so in anything you attempt in your life and anything you want to achieve, the most important thing, the thing that if you don't address, you'll never be successful, is your mindset. And this is why actually probably almost all of the super successful people in whatever area that you want to be in. So for me, that's like in health and fitness coaching, or the people who are really successful and having an impact in this world, they all recommend highly they say it's a requirement to have some sort of like dream board or vision board, or they do their own type of meditation, or they have something to where they know where they're going and they practice being there in their mind. So like one thing I've done with the coaches on our team before is, okay, think of where do you want to be? This alone is a really tough question, because you think about if I could guarantee that I'd be successful at anything I set my mind to, what would that be? And that's a hard question. And I never realized it was a hard question until I stopped and made myself think about it. But what do I really want? What do I want with my life? Do I want to be living on a beach somewhere? That'd be cool. But then I'd be away from my family. Do I want to make so much money that I have to move all of my family to our own island somewhere? No, that'd be cool. Like, do I want to do that? I don't know. Maybe they don't want that. I don't know. Like, what is it that you want. So we're going to do a team exercise really quick, and we're just going to do this for a couple minutes. So in whatever area right now that you're working on, whether it's your business or it's your health and fitness journey, let's pick those two. What do you want? Like, what's your end result? Do you want to be that person with a six-pack? Do you want to be someone who fits in that little black dress you've been looking at or keeping in your closet? Do you want to be on a stage somewhere, encouraging people in the thing that you're passionate about? Do you want to be a millionaire? Do you want to make $100,000 a year? Pick something that you want to do. I'll give you like 10 seconds to think about that. Okay, do you guys have something?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, now I want you to close your eyes and think about you're there. You've reached your goal. What does it feel like? If it's a weight loss goal, what does it feel like to button those pair of jeans that you never thought you'd fit into? If it's a financial freedom goal, what does it mean to have all of your debt paid off and have $200,000 in the bank for you to do whatever you want to do with, and know that that's going to be replaced in a couple months? What is that feeling that you feel to have that goal that you have worked so hard for? What are the feelings that come? Is it happiness? Is it contentment? Is it freedom? Do you want to shout it from the mountaintops? What are you going to do with this new achievement that you have worked so hard for and gotten to finally? Do you have pride in it? Do you have confidence that you set your mind to do something and you did it? What do you want to do with that? Do you want to share your story with people? So this type of exercise, this is what is so powerful, because what happens is your brain gets a picture of where you want to go, and it says, oh, okay, yeah, that'd be awesome. Let's work towards that. And all of a sudden, those workouts that become really difficult for you to get done, when it becomes 8 o'clock at night and you realize you haven't done your workout yet and you just want to go to sleep, you remember why you're doing this and where you're going with it. And all of a sudden, that feeling triggers energy in your brain because you want to get somewhere and you know what you have to do to get there. And all of a sudden, it's not a struggle. It's okay, I'm excited to do this because I know where I'm going with it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Super fun. Like, I love doing these things. Unfortunately, life's too crazy and I don't do it enough. That's one of my weaknesses. I need to do that more. So that's kind of just a touch on mindset. There's some quotes, and again, these are from John Gabriel, and his main mission is with weight loss. Oh goodness, where did they go? So if that's one of your goals, I'd highly recommend looking into it. Okay, I'm just going to read a few. Obesity is caused by starvation, and this is 100% true. Nutritional, emotional, and spiritual starvation, not by weakness or overindulgence. That itself, what a mind shift, right? We think that obesity is caused by too much of something. And instead, if your needs were met on a nutritional, emotional, spiritual level, you're not going to want to emotionally eat because you're happy, you're content, right? And so that's where a lot of overeating comes from, is like mindless eating, or we eat because we're sad or mad or angry, and that's kind of like our comfort level. We all have done it before. It's in a lot of movies, right? That's like the breakup cure, Haagen-Dazs. But the reason is because of emotionally we're upset. I like this one too. If food makes you tired, it's making you fat. You should feel calm, centered, and energized after a meal, not tired, foggy, and hungry for sweets. So his kind of approach is a lot more of mindfulness. And like, so one of the things that, and this leads into one of the questions that Tammy had asked me last week too, is to talk more about not necessarily, we all have the meal plans, right? We know what we're supposed to eat, but how we eat is also really important. How many people in here, and I'm raising my hand because I'm super guilty of it, that how many of us never sit down to actually enjoy a meal? Especially breakfast and lunch for me is always on the road. I'm always rushing. And what we don't realize, they've done studies on this, is we take in the emotions that are going on around us when we're eating. So if you're super anxious and in a hurry, or you're not being mindful of the nutrition that you're putting in your body, it's not going to be as welcome, as I don't know what the word would be, as happy to be digested. That's not really correct. It's not going to be as efficient for your body.
You're not going to absorb nutrients.
Yes, there you go. Sorry, my brain's so dead. But so that could be one change that you make to try and sit and eat, especially dinner. Most of us can do this better at dinner, and sit down around the table and eat dinner with your family. No electronics, no TV, sit and talk to each other and enjoy the moment. And your body's going to be a lot happier to receive those nutrients. This is a long time ago. This is kind of how praying before meals started, was kind of like a Thanksgiving, and to stop our craziness and take in this moment of, we are nourishing our bodies, and we should be thankful that we have food, good food, to put into our bodies, because our bodies are machines. If we don't feed them properly, they're going to crash on us. They're not going to work properly. So eating becomes a whole nother level of awesomeness when you can grasp the emotional part of it and the importance of it too. It's not just something to do. This is why, we eat for nutrition. We don't eat to fill our stomachs. And this is one of the problems we're having in our country, especially if you're eating Cheetos, Doritos, and washing it down with a Diet Coke, you might not be hungry necessarily after, but you have zero nutrition in that. And so if you can make it your goal to eat for nutrition, then you're gonna want to eat nutritious foods, and your body's gonna feel better. Seems so simple, yet we all have such a struggle with that. So I think that's all I got. You guys have any questions about that? Anything you want to say? Has anyone experienced this? Too much?
Oh, yeah.
Too little?
Yeah.
Oh, there you are. Go ahead, Auntie Lori.
No, I truly believe that. So, positive thinking, and my goal is I have a class reunion in August.
I like it.
So, yeah, that's my goal. And I already had a compliment last week from a girl from high school who I hadn't seen for years, since high school. And she looked at me, she goes, "You really look healthy, for our age."
I love it.
And I'm like, and she was not necessarily talking about my body, but my face.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, thank you. So that right there was
that's awesome.
a nice compliment, a sincere compliment. So Timmy did want me to share with you that he's had to put 2 new notches in his belt. He's gone down 2 belt sizes.
Oh, shoot day. Timmy.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Make sure you tell Jessica I had to put 2 new notches or holes in my belt because he went down 2 sides. What notches the holes are in your belt. I'm real excited about that.
That's awesome. We're going to have to take him shopping, I guess, huh?
Yes, so.
That was one of my exciting moments after I completed my first round of 22-minute hardcore. And I literally had the problem of all my pants were too big and I had to go buy new ones. And that had never happened to me before. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I feel weird saying, my pants are too big. Bummer. Shoot, I had to go shopping. Those are great feelings. That's a great feeling. That's so awesome. I love it.
Yeah.
It's amazing. You guys are 2 weeks in, right?
2 weeks in, yeah. We just started our 3rd week today. So and we're going camping at the ocean next week, and we'll be off, but we're going to stick to the diet plan, of course, and take the ocean walk. So there's some exercise there, but then we're going to jump right back on it. So,
awesome. I'm so proud of you guys.
Yeah. And, for me, what I have noticed, and I don't know if this makes sense, but clarity. I actually am not forgetting things like I used to. And I don't know, call me crazy, but my thinking process, remembering where I put stuff, has drastically improved. Wow. Not just improved, but drastically improved, if that makes sense.
I love that. That's so awesome. That is so awesome.
Yeah, have you ever heard that before, Jessica?
Yeah. Yes, with me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's one thing I have really noticed.
That's so awesome. That's so. Was I interrupting someone else who was trying to talk?
No, I just have more energy.
Oh, hi, Nana.
Hi.
Oh, hi.
Hi, Logan.
Yeah. My Nana is an example of energy because she chases around our 1-year-old most of the week. You want to say hi? He's feeling better. You want to say hi to everybody?
Good.
Say hi.
Hi, Logan.
He's making a car noise. Say hi, Logan. Can you wait?
Hi, Logan.
Is that Nana?
Hi, Logan.
He's very confused, but he's smiling. Nana. Say yeah. We have to give Nana Shakeology so she can keep up with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say mental clarity is. Did you notice any difference in your mental clarity since starting Shakeology? Anything? You don't know.
I have. Especially for my age, I have. Yeah.
Very much. Super brain power.
I noticed a big difference in his energy levels and my husband's.
Yeah,
and
energy might way up.
Good.
If I stick with it.
Yeah, slacker. It
helps out a lot on, I think it helps with sustained energy, especially on super stressful days.
Can you guys hear him?
You guys hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can.
So due to the component of my job, it's very taxing mentally, and it has helped on, like I said, when I stick with it and usually do it at lunchtime, a snack, Shakeology for a snack, it helps with that afternoon fog, because report writing and investigations takes a lot of mental strength. It's very taxing after a while.
Yes. It's also one of the things that I feel like when you're daily doing it, unfortunately you don't notice as big of a difference until you stop. And it's super unfortunate, but this happens to a lot of people. They'll think, well, I don't think Shakeology is making a big difference for me. And then they'll stop for whatever reason. And then they're super cranky again. And they might not connect it to, but I've seen that happen in a lot of people. And my hubby gets cranky when he doesn't drink it. Angry. Just kidding. Angry. Hangry. Yes.
Hangry.
He's getting some Shakeology right now as we speak. Good husband. Okay, so I love that. I love that a lot. And that has a lot to do with the nutritional density that's in Shakeology, because it is really brain food. And all of the superfruits and antioxidants and the super green powder in there and the hormone balancing herbs that are in there all help with the mental focus part of it. So that's awesome. I love it. Side note, we have a family friend who wanted some pre-workout, and he tried Beachbody. For those of you who don't know, they have a performance line that is the primary supplement line for Ironman now, this last year, which is pretty cool. But they have a pre-workout called Energize, and it's really awesome. It doesn't make you jittery or anything like that, and it gives you some good energy before your workout. And he had tried it one day and loved it, and then we never really heard from him again. And he thought that it was like $80 or something crazy. So he went to GNC to get – he tells the GNC guy, hey, I want a pre-workout, but not with any crazy ingredients. I do CrossFit, you know. And the guy at the GNC place was like, you don't want any crazy ingredients? What do you mean? You know, they know nothing. And so he's like, oh, so you do CrossFit. Okay, well, I think you like this. And our friend doesn't read any of the ingredients in it. He just buys it. And it was like $60, something really expensive. $70 for a box, which is normal for a pre-workout, that caliber. And then you usually have to buy all the other supplements, like the BCAAs.
And then your recovery.
This is my stud husband who knows all of these.
Pre-workout,
BCAAs, post-recovery,
and then
workout, and your protein powder. That's a traditional gym dude. $200 plus in supplements, plus your multivitamin. Anyways, it adds up when you go to GNC. So
that place is expensive anyways.
Yeah. And it's not high quality stuff for the most part. I mean, I'm sure they have some good stuff, but for the most part. So he takes his pre-workout and he said, he tells his wife, I think this is really going to help me lose weight. And it's like on crack cocaine. He got so jittery. It was like doing so many reps, and then it scared him because of how much it affected him. And his wife was like, you're never drinking that again. And he's like, yeah, I probably shouldn't. So he brings it to me, and he comes and asks me, hey, can I buy some of that pre-workout from you? So we sold him some. And I was like, so read me the ingredients. You know, what was in it? I'm just curious, because I truly am curious to what some of these products have in them. Oh my gosh. Like all of the main bad ingredients, not including the actual pre-workout part of it, but it had like hydrogenated oils, all of the like artificial colors, red, yellow, number, whatever, all the numbers. It had the artificial sweeteners, sucralose and aspartame, like the big ones that aren't even on my every now and then list. They're on my never list. Those were all just added ingredients that didn't even include, he didn't even let me get to the stuff that made him feel like he was going to have a heart attack. And all of that to say, just be careful what you're putting into your body. And I'm so thankful that we have Shakeology that has pretty much everything that we need in like a supplement. There's other stuff that's good out there, but I don't know what ball supplements.
Red Bull.
I know. Just should have just taken a Red Bull. Yeah, I know. That's got its own nasties in it.
Fun fact, Red Bull is supposed to be
Oh, my husband just said, fun fact, Red Bull was supposed to be pre-workout when it originated. I never knew that. Interesting. To give you wings. All right, I'm gonna let you guys go, unless you guys have any questions or any feedback or thoughts about this stuff that we kind of touched on.
I have a quick question, Jessica. When we're done with the 3 weeks, and of course we're going to get right back on it after a few days, but do I still get to call in on the Monday night?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So because, especially for you, because you guys bought the year-long membership, so you have access to everything for a year. These calls,
I just
sorry, go ahead.
I just didn't know if we still were entitled to the call-ins, because they're helpful.
Yeah, and I love having you on them. Yeah, these calls are open for anyone in our team, and that's in our extended team. So because we have different coaches I have different coaches on my team, and all of their coaches and customers are all welcome to call in on this call, and they are helpful, because a lot of times you really can ask any health question on here, and if I don't know the answer, I'll find it for you. So a lot of people don't, I mean, there's only, I think 6 people on our call tonight. So, and we have over 130 people on our team. So a lot of people don't take advantage of it, but it's here for you guys for this reason, and to kind of keep everyone accountable and stay on track and stuff like that. So, yeah, you guys are in. You're on the team. You're lifers.
Well, and I wasn't sure if Sarah was our coach or you're our coach.
I know that can be confusing. So I am your coach, but Sarah, you guys are in Sarah's challenge group right now. So what we've done in order to try and meet everyone's needs, because I can't lead a challenge group on all the different workouts at the same time. So I met with all of our leadership kind of on our team, all the different coaches who want to lead a program and are trying to help people. And we all decided that we'll all lead a different type of program and then put people into each other's programs to lead, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm your coach, and you know, Tammy's got people that she is their coach, but they might be in my program or you might be in her program, just to help so that we can have a variety of options to offer people.
Okay. Yeah, because I haven't even talked to Sarah. I don't even know. I've just dealt with you. So, and I remember Sarah's name coming up, and it's like, oh, I haven't talked to her.
I know it gets confusing. I'll have to find a better way of kind of explaining that and breaking that down in our team so that people don't get confused. Yeah.
I want to say something, Jessica. I just want to say that, like, I really like and appreciate that we can be here for each other as a team. Like, everybody's here for everybody. So if you have like a challenge,
totally,
thing that someone else is participating and they're just a participant, I don't like to say just, but if they're participating and you want to reach out to them, because you're encouraging other people, and other people are being encouraged by you with any of your struggles. So, and the same with coaching, like if you need to reach out to me and then I can ask Jessica, or if you know you want to go straight to Jessica and you're on our team, go for that, because we're all here to help each other, I guess.
Yeah.
I really like that.
I like that too. It really helps. It really helps because we all have different strengths and weaknesses as leaders, and it really helps to have different input and experiences. Like Tammy's a personal trainer. Like, that's her jam. That's what she knows and what she does, and she's really good at it. And you know, I have other health coaching stuff that I do, and then we've got other stay-at-home moms that are juggling how to run a business and do all these workouts and be a stay-at-home mom, and how does that work? And so it's pretty cool to get everyone's perspective because everyone is different. And yeah, so and this is why if you guys have any questions ever, it's always best to go first to our team page, our Team Health Patriots page, because you can post any question on there and everyone can see it and respond, which is nice.
Yeah. And it's I just like the information too, you know.
Yeah, totally. You can learn from each other because everyone's got different questions. Cool. Awesome, guys. Well, thank you so much for jumping on the call tonight. I love talking with you guys. Have a great night, and I'll talk to you next week.
All right. You too, Jessica.
Bye, everybody.
You.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.